of equations. Now I'm going to do it with a 3 by 3, which is a little bit trickier. So on a 3 by 3, it's still going to be in the same format. It's going to be A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3, time X, Y, Z equals D1, D2, D3. So when we do these guys, it's going to be slightly different. We're going to have to do the X equals our new matrix. Our X values are getting replaced with D's. So it's going to be D1, D2, D3. Everything else stays the same. Over the determinant of the original matrix. Y is going to equal, your X's remain the same, so it's A1, A2, A3. Your Y's are getting replaced with the solution, so it's D1, D2, D3. And your Z's stay the same, C1, C2, C3. Over the determinant of the original matrix. And Z is going to equal, X and Y are both staying the same, so A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, and the Z's are getting replaced with the solutions, D1, D2, D3, which is over the determinant. So I'll do one example of this. It's going to take a little bit of time, so I'm really only going to do one because it's going to take so much time. So here is my original equation. Sorry, system of equations. I'll try to use different numbers on all of them actually, so I'll make this 5y. Then I'm going to put 0z on here. So let's see what happens here. So I'm going to set up the matrix equation, which is 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1, 5, 0 times X, Y, Z equals 7, 11, 14. Now remember, when we're finding the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, we write the matrix then we write the first two columns on the outside. Now remember, what we did before is we multiply all of these together, add the product of all of these, add the product of all of these. Then we subtract the product of all of these, the product of all of these, and the product of all of these. So I'm going to do 1 times 3 times 0 plus 1 times 4 times negative 1 plus 1 times 2 times 5 minus negative 1 times 3 times 1 minus 5 times 4 times 1 minus 0 times 2 times 1. And I'm going to figure out what that is. So this is 0 plus negative 4 plus 10 minus negative 3 minus 20 minus 0, which gives me negative 4, positive 6, positive 9, negative 11, negative 11. So the determinant of this guy right here is negative 11. So I'm going to remember that. That equals D. I'm going to slide this guy over here and grab a new piece of paper. I'm just going to write at the top so that I don't forget. D equals negative 11. So remember, using this guy right here, These are my A's, these are my B's, these are my C's, and these are my D's. So x equals column D, 7, 11, 14. Column B, 1, 3, 5. Column C, 1, 4, 0. Over the determinant, negative 11. Now we have to do the determinant of this guy. So we're going to rewrite the first two columns. And we're going to go through the same process. So the product of these plus the product of these plus the product of these minus the product of these minus the product of these minus the product of these. And in order to go kind of quicker, because I know this video is getting long, I'm just going to do it out. So this is 0 plus 56 plus 55 minus 42 minus 140 minus 0. $111 minus 182 is going to be negative 71. So x equals negative 71 over negative 11 or 71 over 11. Now I'm going to do y. Y equals, the a's are still the same, so 1, 2, negative 1. The b's change to d, 7, 11, 14. And the c's are the same, 1, 4, 0. Over the determinant of our original matrix. Rewrite the first two columns. Product of this plus the product of this plus the product of this minus the product of this minus the product of this. Oops. No, I did that right. Minus the product of this. So that's 0 plus negative 28 plus 28 minus negative 11 minus 56 minus 0. That cancels out. Positive 11 minus 56 is negative 45 over negative 11 or 45 over 11. That's my y value. And now finally I'm going to do the z. Z equals a and b stay the same. 1, 2, negative 1. 1, 3, 5. C is replaced with D, 7, 11, 14. Over the original determinant, which was negative 11. In order to do this, I need to rewrite the first two. Product of this, plus the product of this, plus the product of this, minus product of this, minus product of this, minus product of this. So let's see what that gives us. We're going to go through the process. 42 plus negative 11 plus 70 minus negative 21 minus 55 minus 28. This gives me 31, 101, 122 minus 83. It's going to be 9. 39. Z equals 39 over negative 11. And now I'm going to write it as a point. So I'm going to look at my x, y, and z. 71 over 11, comma, 45 over 11, comma, 39 over negative 11. If I could simplify any of these, I would want to, but I can't.